Many laws have been passed telling smokers where they can and cannot smoke. It started in the 1970s with an anti-smoking revolution. Betty Carnes is credited with being the first woman to start the revolution. Her story is rather simple. All she wanted was a seat in an airplane in a non-smoking section. Today, you can no longer smoke on planes, buses, trains, or on subways, or in any public transport, or on college campuses, and even into the private sector with bars and restaurants. We've asked the smokers how they feel about smoking. Now it's time to see it from another perspective and talk to the non-smokers. Why don't you smoke?
Because it smells like shit.
Why don't I smoke? Good question. It's not healthy. I have no reason to.
I hate it. I've been around it a lot. It smells bad. It's bad for you, and I don't really see any reason to smoke at all.
No particular reason. I've just always been told it's bad for you. I mean, I've tried it before. It wasn't that good of an experience, I guess you could call it.
Did your parents smoke?
I guess I was never around smoking when I was younger, so it was never something that was influenced when I was young.
No. My dad did from time to time. My stepdad does every night, and, constantly.
No.
Yes. My mom smokes 2 packs a day, roughly, and my dad smokes only 3 a day. Well, not 3 packs, 3 cigarettes a day. And he doesn't smoke in the house, which I appreciate.
Do you worry about the effect of secondhand smoke on your health?
Yeah, I do, because every single one of my friends smokes, and I know it's bad for you, and I try to be in good shape and have good cardio, and it's bad for your lungs, and I wish they wouldn't smoke around me, but they do anyways.
Yes. That's why I don't see my mom very often.
Yeah, absolutely. I try to distance myself from those who smoke. I think, especially with the younger population, I think it's really important to, if you smoke, at least go outside and not smoke with your kid in your hand or something like that. It's not very cool.
No. I've been around it all my life, so kind of used to it.
Would you ever date someone that smokes?
Probably.
Probably not.
No. Enough said.
No. Have you ever kissed someone who smokes? No. It's gross. Don't do it.
How do you feel about the media's portrayal of smokers?
I think they're hypocrites. I really do. I think you should have the choice to smoke or not. I don't care what the media tells me or even the politicians. I can do whatever the hell I want.
Smokers, to tell you the truth, I don't really think a whole lot about it because I don't smoke, but I don't know.
Some of it's true, some of it's not true. I've seen too many people over 100 years old still smoking a cigarette, so to actually see the effect of it is...
I think that I think the media doesn't glorify it or condemn it. I think they have a pretty realistic view on the way people are today.
Really don't listen to it because the way I look at it, it's your body. You're going to do what you want to do anyway.
I don't really... Well, I guess it makes some characters appeal cool, which I can see why it'd make teenagers pick up on it.
Probably makes kids think it's cool, but I never really... Every time I saw a cigarette on the movies or TV, I just thought, sucks to be that guy. Now he's going to try to quit.
I think that they have the facts, but I think the way they portray smokers is non-PC. I think they could do a better job of that.
The media affects us all in several different ways, smoking being one of them. From the early 1950s to the 1990s, smoking cigarettes was depicted in many things, such as soap operas, TV shows, radio ads, and sporting events. Mascots such as Joe Camel and the Marlboro Man further depicted smoking as being cool. Though they were eventually gotten rid of in recent years, it did little to cripple the media's influence over TV and movies. The depiction of anyone smoking a cigarette, thanks to the Motion Picture Association of America, is guaranteed to have an R rating. So that means this very film you're watching would be rated R. Might seem ridiculous to some, but to others, it prevents the subliminal messages from reaching the media and the mass public. You also saw how both non-smokers and smokers viewed the media's effects on the public image of smoking. In fact, much like the 180 of the image of smoking and the laws, the representation by the media has more or less condemned the idea of smoking and wastes no opportunity to further limit its outlet. The healthcare industry, like the tobacco companies, target the youth to further their agendas. We're no strangers to the adverse health effects of cigarette smoking. No, if you're an American citizen, you most likely know that if you smoke, you're at greater risk for lung cancer. Now, nicotine is a very highly potent addictive substance. Much like heroin and cocaine, marijuana stimulate the same parts of the brain, causing a natural, chemically induced feeling of pleasure. Now, if you try to quit smoking, you probably experience something called a nic fit, which is also, in layman's terms, withdrawal. You'll have headaches, irritability, generally not a very nice thing. On average, adults who smoke are likely to die 14 years earlier than their non-smoking counterparts. Even with all the dangers, they still do it. Now let's see. Let's ask the smokers how they feel about the adverse health effects. Are you worried about the health effects smoking has on you?
Kinda, but not completely.
Not really. I'm too young.
Not at the moment.
No.
So is this a subculture or a counterculture? Well, we have proved the smokers are a dwindling minority in America. That, along with the media, taxation by the government, and the surge of public health information, has proved that smoking is a, by definition, goes against the norms of society and is socially unacceptable. So, will smokers and non-smokers be able to coexist in the future? It all boils down to choice. To smoke or to not smoke. And this is mine. That's the fact, my friends.
Antidepressants, controlling tools of your system, making life more tolerable, making life more tolerable. Antidepressants, controlling tools of your system, making life more tolerable, making life more tolerable. We don't need your hypocrisy, execute real democracy, post-industrial society, the unthinking majority. Antidepressants, controlling tools of your system, making life more tolerable, making life more tolerable. Antidepressants, controlling tools of your system, making life more tolerable, making life more tolerable. We don't need your hypocrisy, execute real democracy, post-industrial society, the unthinking majority.
To the free smokers of the United States of America, we go forth, my friend, into victory.